start.
Got hold of it upside down for a start. You're not left-handed. Hiya Phil. Happy birthday, mate. This doesn't feel the same without you standing next to me with the Al Vintage SG. But this is where it all began for us. One of our first photo shoot, our very first photo shoot actually. So yeah, let's take a walk down memory lane and look back on some of the things that have happened in your past and our past.
Oh, he was a lovely little baby. He was a little bundle of joy. He had a really strange shaped head, but thankfully he's grown into it a bit. He was such a lovely little boy. He was a pleasure to be around, and he was like that until around about his 13th birthday, and then
it all changed.
It all changed. He met a boy called Pinny when he was at the Boys Brigade, and Pinny played guitar. Philip was really impressed with Pinny, and so he asked us could he have a guitar for his 14th birthday. We thought it was going to be a little bit of a flash in the pan, but he was absolutely over the moon with it, delighted with it. Went up to his bedroom and locked himself in the bedroom and said he wasn't coming out until he could play like Jimi Hendrix.
And he's due out next week.
The first gig that Phil ever played was at the original Pickett in Hardman Street, and he was playing with a band that he'd been practicing with in school called Kinetic. We went along to the gig, and I just remember us being absolutely terrified on the night, more nervous than he was. And for the first time we saw Philip, or Phil as he's now known, in his comfort zone, in his element.
Where he's meant to be, up on stage.
I actually met Phil, I think I was 16 and I think Phil was still 15. I was just learning guitar, been told to go down and see the music teacher. Phil was sat there with his red Strat. I think Santi was on the drums. I spoke to Matt, the guitar teacher, and he was like, you know what, you guys should put a band together and it'll be the best band the world has ever seen. And you know what? It wasn't. The early days were quite sort of thrown together. Our first gig was in the upstairs cafe in the old Quiggins. There was a bit of a rejig of members at first. The guy from the youth centre that we used to practice in, Chris, was our bass player. And then through the years we had different lineups. We had Nikki, Phil's sister, we had Gordo and Danny. The Barfly was one of our first big places that we ever played. We played there off and on for roughly 2 or 3 years, every Friday and Saturday night. Unlike our dear friend Kurt Cobain, fact did fade away. We didn't burn out, we just faded into the night. People just went their separate ways. People got older, Phil joined another 7 bands, and he just didn't have time for Fact anymore. Until tonight.
So we played with Fact numerous times in a band called On The Way Out. I actually taught Phil how to beat having a maths class. There wasn't many people in our school that went into the same type of music, so we kind of latched onto each other.
I met Phil on a university taster course. We were the only 2 Scousers in our little class. We just ripped the living life out of a couple of Mancs, and they hated us, so we just like formed a friendship from then.
Hello Garage, we're the news team.
Then we met Jay when we set the band up, and Phil told us because we came down. Wow. He was like, I've got a bass player.
I just knew how to play 1 chord on the guitar.
Realised you're like, you're not a bass player, like, yeah. No, I play guitar. Phil said if I play bass, I'm in the band, so
Pretty much. That was a good gig, that wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
I was there for about 5 minutes and then a little bit massive friction burn on the
Yeah.
back from going down the slide upside down.
And then we just got bladdered after it, didn't we?
40 minutes sleep and then just maybe drive back to another gig. Yeah.
You had Phil anyway.
So it was
There you
like
go, Phil. Here,
full
straight
on
to the
head out the window.
like an Afghan hound.
And then
Look at that fella's doggo.
The hair just flowing.
It was all highlights. I think that's why I'm struggling, because it wasn't even just gigging. It was just even practice, just meeting up.
Genuinely having a laugh.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Blue.
TV.
Game version balls.
Yes!
Yeah. Smash it.
The first time I remember meeting Phil, I remember rolling in and I seen this guy with like long hair. I think he had like, it looked like a white school shirt. He had like these proper tight skinny jeans on and then these long pointed like shoes, like like work shoes. And I remember thinking to myself like, I don't know if this guy's gonna be able to do any hip hop or any type of R&B for me, but like literally after 10 minutes in, the chords, everything he was playing was just so soulful and it was just like perfect for the stuff I was doing at the time. One of the best gigs that I ever played with Phil was actually on the subway in New York, busking between a couple of the different stations.
That's weird. We've got a man like Phil Dyer.
That's probably one of my most memorable, although we have played quite a few sick shows. He brings a certain flair and a certain life to the performance, you know. He's got his own rhythm, his own swag, do you know what I mean? And that, I remember after some of the shows, people would say to me, "Oh, your guitarist, man, he's got so much energy, like he looks so good on stage, he's so perfect." On the songs where we had to bring it, like he gives me the energy to give more and stuff like that, and probably one of the best musicians that I played with. One of the sickest things, and one of the things that amazes me most about Phil, is the fact that he can play the smoothest, soulful chords that can like give you shivers, and then the next minute can play the most outrageous, grimiest death metal guitar shreds that I've ever heard, you know what I mean? And it just baffles me that he can be so fluent in the two worlds.
Did a gig in the Barfly,
Yeah,
and we were playing upstairs and he was downstairs.
yeah, he was playing in this little tiny little shitty bar downstairs.
Kind of bar level thing, wasn't it? It wasn't the very downstairs. Well, that's
Just
what
by
it
the
sounded
bins.
That is, yeah.
But yeah, we saw him playing and Jack and that, and then that's the first time I kind of met him.
We thought it was wonderful.
Yeah, he had a nice leather jacket on as well after it.
White shirt.
He came in, he auditioned.
He'd learnt everything, which was, you know, obviously good.
Yeah,
He's
because
struggled since then.
I don't remember the first time kind of having a rehearsal.
I remember it was foggy.
Was it?
I think he's a trendsetter.
Looked on at the
Yeah.
first gig when we were all like
Yeah.
metal, and he had boots and a shirt
Yeah.
on.
And we were all like trying to be dead hard with like black t-shirts and that.
Vests.
Yeah, he stood out.
In a good way. Just to get that in. His face is second to none.
Oh yeah, he does this like
Yeah.
trying to be hard.
Like shoots the crowd with his guitar. Yeah. Which is amazing.
The funniest thing without we'd done some filming for Edge Lane.
Edge Hill Uni, yeah.
Edge Hill. As soon as he sees this, he'll know exactly. But he kind of like ran up like that and like tripped and like spun round, but he saved his guitar.
Yeah.
And it was just he went down
phenomenal.
like a sack of plop.
They did say they'd send us that as an
I know.
outtake, but we never got it.
And he had a leather jacket on then, I think.
Yeah.
I first met Phil outside Tesco on Hanover Street. I was asked to meet him so we could rehearse for something. He's been a great guy. He is probably living proof of there are 24 hours in a day because he will use every single minute of every single hour of every single day. From like playing a show halfway across the country, he'll come back and he'll be in work at 5 or whenever.
I'll cut straight to what I want to say to you. I got so much time and not a lot to do. The world to me seems empty. Never find a reason why.
In 2048, I feel like Phil himself would probably be playing guitar in space.
His ultimate plan is to eventually quit the day job.
I think, listen to him talk how much he loves wires, banks.
Banks?
Yeah, servers.
Servers.
I hope he does. I think he deserves to.
Yeah, he works hard. He does work hard.
Yeah. If anyone deserves to like do it, I think Phil does.
Yeah.
Because he puts a lot into everything, doesn't he?
Phil was the one out the four of us who was destined to be a musician. So it was probably the right thing. Like, I don't regret the fact that we split up.
No.
Because like I said before, I genuinely do think Phil should and will make it.
Oh, Joe, you've just come in. Oh, nice shit.
What do you think, Joe?
Yeah. I feel like he can just quit his day job now, you know. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like if you wanted to, you could quit your day job and you could fully go into music and do your thing and just hustle. But now you definitely easily got the skill to do that, man. I think it's just, I actually don't think you want to leave. I think you love IT too much. I think you love those white shirts way too much.
I reckon he's gonna burn out dead quick.
Yeah.
I reckon, yeah. Like candle in the wind.
Happy birthday, Phil. See you soon. Hope you have a good day. Happy birthday from Luna as well. See you soon. Bye.
Hello mate, happy birthday. Gutted I can't be there, but I'm sure you'll have a good one. And just letting you know, you're older than me, which is great, but just also letting you know you might be on one of these stages soon if you keep up the hard work. So keep going, and I'll see you when I get back for a pint. See you later mate. Ta.
Phil, this is Guthrie Govan here, just advising you to have a most resplendent occasion on this, your 30th birthday. And just one other little thing, if you don't mind moving a little bit to the left, some of us would like to look at the wall, if that's okay.
Hey Phil, how you doing? Mark Tremonti here, wishing you a big happy 30th birthday party. Have a good one, and hope to see you soon.
Phil, Steve Vai here. Well, my friends at Victory Amps tell me that it's your birthday and that you have a hankering for tuna melts. I was going to send you one of my special tuna melts, you know, the kind that I used to make that are older than you, but I couldn't send it through my internet because there's something wrong with my connection here, and I was wondering if you can come by and fix it, because, you know, if I can't send a tuna melt to a friend through my internet, what good is it? Happy birthday, and have a great day, and be careful of what you eat.